Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Carmarian D. Anderson-Harvey. I use the she series pronouns. I serve as the National Trans Visibility March Clergy Ambassador. And we tonight are here at the 6th Annual Torch Award. We're so excited to recognize some of our trailblazers, our leaders. Our executive director will be giving us a message and a charge for our event on tomorrow, where we will be marching in Washington, D.C., so we can let the world know that we're still here, our visibility is still thriving, and you cannot erase us. So we're excited to be recognizing these trailblazers and everyone that is in the room. I hope that you enjoy what we're able to share with you on this evening. Beautiful, beautiful. Listen, we have our founder of the National Trans Visibility March with us on this evening at the 6th Annual National Trans Visibility March Torch Award. This must be a pivotal moment for you.
I'm excited.
What does this moment mean? It's our 6th year. You were here as the founder from its conception. What does this moment feel like to you? And what message are you wanting the world to know on why this day, where we're recognizing leaders across the world within the transgender community?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me, and I'm so excited to be here. And what's really exciting about this is we started this in 2019, and it is the same thing that was going on in 2019. We was on the ballot in 2019, and we are on the ballot in 2020. So we are so excited to bring trans people together from around the country so that we can release information about how to get registered to vote, how to help others to get registered to vote. And we always want to make sure that we're doing visibility. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Hope's leadership this year. I'm so excited to see what she has in store for us as we grow. And it has been a blessing and an honor to do what I do.
Listen, we love you. Thank you so much for birthing this movement. I know you was not the sole proprietor of just this idea, but you were in position to birth it out, and we're so grateful for it. We have thrived because we get a chance to come each year as a family and as an army and come together so the world will see our visibility and power. So thank you so much for being a vessel.
And thank you so much.
We have our leader in the house at the 6th Annual Torch Award with the National Trans Visibility March. Listen, we got to hear from our leader. We know how important it is with your vision to make sure that we are recognizing these leaders on this evening and to continue. Why is it so important for our leadership to be recognized and also showcased around the world so our visibility will continue to be recognized?
As trans people, we're often told that we don't have a vision and that we don't get to lead anybody. So when we finally step into those places and when we finally have the opportunity to say something or lead or guide or be the first to do something, we need to own that. And those things need to be celebrated the same way that they're celebrated when anyone else does it. And I think that it's even more impactful for us because when we've been told that we can't and we actually do, it's a bigger achievement. And I think that we take it a lot more serious. And that's what I want. I want to be able to celebrate the seriousness of what it means to be in a lead position for us and the things that come with that, while also acknowledging that through that trauma, through those pains, we are allowed to celebrate. We're allowed to be happy. We're allowed to congratulate ourselves and take radical rest of that.
Listen, y'all, this is our lead. This is our Executive Director, President, and CEO of the National Trans Visibility March, Mrs. Hope Gazelle Gotze.
Yes.
We love you. We're here to support you. You have a team and an army. We're ready to make a huge difference in this next dimension of what we call the transgender movement. Thank you so much for your leadership.
Thank you.
Well, hello there, sir. Well, welcome to the 6th Annual Torch Award for the National Trans Visibility March. Let the world know who you are, your pronouns, and your affiliation.
Yeah, my name is Monroe Howard. I'm a psychotherapist here in the DMV, he, him, his, and I'm also the co-founder of Healing Us by Us, which is an organization that advocates for healing and connection for the LGBT community, the Black LGBT community.
Sound like we're in the same profession with this collar and doing ministry, holistic and all.
Absolutely.
You know, wholeness is so important for the transgender community, especially during a time where we're under attack. We do not talk much about mental and brain health. Why is that so essential that we recognize that within the transgender community, especially to our leaders?
Well, anytime we are talking about a community that is targeted, that is marginalized, that is criminalized, and all of these things, the trauma that individuals have to endure needs to be addressed, needs a safe space to unpack, needs an opportunity to be seen, to be heard. So when we neglect our mental health, we are actually neglecting our living, our life, our livelihood. Everyone deserves to have an opportunity to feel good about themselves, to see themselves through a positive light. So yes, mental health is going to be key for me and what we do.
Thank you so much for that reminder and that message. And listen to my leaders and to my transgender siblings. Mental health is real in our community, and there are services for us that are culturally competent and responsiveness. So if you need those services, please get what you need. Get what you need so we can remain as a whole community. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you for your leadership. But more importantly, thank you for recognizing the care that we need.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Come on here, Dress. Look at you. Listen. Tell the world who you are, your pronouns, what region and organization you may be representing.
Hi, my name is Jay Jones. I am from Greensboro, North Carolina, here representing not just North Carolina, but also Texas. And I serve as the 64th Howard University Student Association Executive President.
Listen. So I have a question for you. Being that you made history in the HBCU, Historic Black Colleges and University, why is it so essential that HBCU schools recognize the diversity in their students, such as yourself that made history, particularly our transgender community?
There is power in diversity, and there's power in acceptance. I think that we've seen that not just at my campus, but we've seen that across campuses across the world. And my job and what I really want to do for the HBCU community is making sure that they realize that we are not one uniform group. We are more than just cisgender male and leadership. We are trans women, we are Black, we are brown, we are everything.
We so adore you, and congratulations on your history making. Continue to make a difference for our millenniums, our Gen Z, and those to come.
Thank you so much.
It is so wonderful to bump into friends and to leaders and siblings. Listen. The world knows who you are. But let them know who you are, your pronouns, your affiliation.
So you can use anything as long as it's respectful. Keep it cute, because I'm from Inglewood, California, and in spite of these degrees, I fight. Dr. David Johns, my personal form of reparations is, white people are obligated to call me doctor, but Black people is just David Johns, and I'm the quarterback of NBJC. I'm honored to be the head Rustanet and to stand in the gap to ensure that we all get closer to freedom.
You know, as the executive director of the National Black Justice Coalition, the work that y'all do to center Blackness and ensuring that our excellence is on the front line. This is our 6th annual National Trans Visibility March. As an executive director for a Black equality organization, why is this so essential and important to you and your movement of your organization?
Yeah, I appreciate the question. And I think this year is even more important to me because I assume additional responsibility. I'm the CEO and the executive director. And I say that in part not because the titles in and of themselves matter, but they're a reflection of the innate brilliance that Black people have. I'm a sociologist. One of my spirit animals, ancestral coverings is a man named Asa Hilliard who says, I never met a child, in particular a Black child, who is not a genius. And there's no secret to how you support them. You first acknowledge them as human and then support them with love. And what I know is that one of the intentions of white supremacy is to deny our innate brilliance. It is to prevent us from manifesting the genius that is inherent within us. And so I'm so honored to be here in this space that in this year Hope and her leadership has created, but that our ancestors and transcestors and gatekeepers have created, because this is what we do. And this is what we would do more of if we didn't have to deal with white supremacy or the trappings therein.
Listen. Dr. David Johns is our friend. So is the National Black Justice Coalition. They are friends of the National Trans Visibility March. We thank you for your leadership. We thank you for opening up doors where we can still be visible.
You and your leadership also as a member of NBJC's Black Trans Advisory Council.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Pray for the people too.
Pray for the people. Pray for the people.
Pray for and invest in. We talk a lot about supporting Black women. We got to invest in Black women so they can lead. They can also rest. Amen on that.
Yes. Thank you so much, my love. It's always good to see you. Hello, ma'am. It's so good to see you.
Good to be seen.
Well, thank you so much. Let the people know who you are, what region, and your pronoun.
I'm Racine Pendarvis from Washington, D.C. I'm an elder in the community, and I'm the mother of them all, the Empress of pride.
The mother, y'all heard that. And so, being the mother, you have seen some things as an elder in our community. Why is it so essential that we continue to honor and recognize our elders who have paved the way for some of us that are in leadership to make a difference in this trans movement that we're living in?
It's important to know where you've been in order to know where you're going. Those who laid the bricks, who took the bricks and laid the foundation for all of us to be free. People like Sylvia, people like Marsha P. Johnson, Stormy, Avis Gonzalez, Doreen Corey, Pepe La Beja, and so many others. Those who laid the foundation for all of these young folks to be who they are. For us to be on television and film and fashion and music. If it wasn't for the elders, there would be no Little Nog.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, listen, we honor our transgender elders, and in solidarity, we say thank you so much for paving the way, for laying those bricks, and also teaching us how to lead in this movement where we are under attack. But because of your resilience, we too now have that resilience where we can continue this fight. So we honor you and we thank you for being here at the 6th annual Torture Award for the National Trans Visibility March. Listen, we're at the 6th annual Torture Award for the National Trans Visibility March. Let the people know who you are and why this day of recognizing these leaders like yourself is so essential that we do this on a day-to-day basis to recognize our visibility.
Yes, so it's your boy 2 AM Ricky here, songwriter, recording artist, and global activist. I'm so happy and excited to be here listening. There's no better place that I would rather be, especially here on today where we're celebrating with our people, celebrating our culture, celebrating what we bring into the world, and especially in a pivotal time like here when we have elections, where we have so much change, it's important that we shed light on those who are forefront and front lines and making sure our voices, our stories, and most important, the things that directly impact our community are advocated for and seen.
Listen, we have to stay on the front line. This work is so important, as you just heard it. It's an election season. Please go out, have a vote plan, vote. Our lives depend on it in this next dimension of this United Shades of America. You understand. So thank you so much, okay?
Thank you.
Wow, Miss Lady was just stunning beauty. Let the world know who you are, your pronouns, and what region are you from?
I'm Toy Washington Reynolds, founder and executive director of the Trans Women of Color Healing Project, Tyrone, Georgia.
Tyrone, Georgia. Listen, we're at the 6th annual Trans Visibility Torch Award, and we have so many leaders that we will be recognizing. What does leadership in our community means to you?
Leadership to me means understanding your platform, understanding your privilege, and giving those tools to your community members, giving them tools of advocacy so they can learn from your experience. To share your story, but give them the lessons so they can empower themselves and also enhance their toolkits so they can be better advocates of themselves and other members of community.
You heard it from this leader. Thank you so much. Listen, people. Look at these gentlemen. Listen, I want the world to know who you both are. Let me start with you. Your name, pronouns, region, your affiliation.
My name is Dr. Elijah Nicholas. My pronouns are he, him, and his, and I'm the president and CEO of GTEP, the Global Trans Equity Project, and we are a global organization.
And we have a friend here this evening. So tell us who you are with your pronouns, region, affiliation.
Awesome. My name is Dwayne Queen. My pronouns are he, him, and his. And I'm from Atlanta, and I am the founder of the Trans Life Awards in Atlanta.
Listen. So you are military. You were military. And I think often we don't talk a lot about our transgender military folks, okay? And so tell us what is on your heart to give them hope while they're either in active duty, thanking them for their service. It is so crucial because we too are on the front line serving our country.
Absolutely. What I want to say to our current active military members is to just hold on. Let us get through this election. And then after the election, we are going to make sure that we have policies in place and hold the administration accountable, regardless of who wins, so that we can make sure that you continue to serve our great nation.
Can I say thank you for your service?
You can't say
thank
that.
you for your service. And to all of my transgender and gender nonconforming service members, thank you for your service to this great state of the United States of America. And my friend, Listen, you have been the most remarkable ally and co-conspirator on this side, as I like to say, heaven. You understand. So tell us why it's so important that our allies and co-conspirator, especially in the moment where we have an election season, where the transgender community is actually being just beat up by bad legislation, your role as a supporting member that is coming in to give us hope and love, why is that so essential?
It's extremely essential, and I really want to be the example for our brothers and sisters or siblings that you have to show up for the trans community. You have to, we throw the word ally around quite often, but being an ally really means that you're showing up for them. And so it was nothing for me to be here just tonight to support the organization and support Hope and support what they're doing in this region so that we can be the change that we want to really see. So I am charging all of our cis siblings to show up for the trans community and actually do something to support, because they do it for you, so you should do it for them.
Thank you so much for your support. And to my allies and co-conspirators, thank you for being on the front line of change with us. These are my friends. I'm happy that they joined us this evening. And listen, we're going to have a good time this evening. Thank you so much. Hey there. So tell the world who you are, your pronouns, and what region are you from?
Hi, I'm B. Rose. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minnesota. Wow, we have great support there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, great support.
Yes.
So listen, this week we have been able to fellowship. We've been able to bond as a transgender community. We've had our allies and co-conspirators show up. But what does solidarity in this movement, the transgender movement, means to you?
Well, I think with all marginalized folks, when one of us takes a win, we all take a win. Solidarity to me is banding together. We all have a common oppressor, right? The patriarchy. It serves absolutely no one. It doesn't even serve cis men. So for me, I think solidarity is really banding together, regardless of ethnic background, religious background, gender expression, anything.
Coming together is so important, and to be in unity to make the change that we want to see in the world. You look so beautiful this evening. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, how stunning you look. You, my goodness, just beautiful. Let the world know who you are, what your pronouns are, what region of the world you're coming from.
So my name is Marlo Kimberly Clage. I am with the Divas in Dialogue from Orlando, Florida. I am born and raised there as well.
Thank you so much. So listen, I'm gonna back up a little bit because I want them to see all of these remarkable sponsors for the 6th annual National Transvisibility March. But we're at the Torch Award, and so they sponsored as well. And I'm just curious, from our lived experience in the transgender community, why is it important for institutions and organizations and corporations to support us in a way with sponsorships?
It is important to basically sponsor us and give us space at the table. Basically giving us spaces where we won't really be invited to, inviting us there, supporting us to do the work in those spaces so people can see us who are normally won't be able to see us in those spaces.
I want to just tell you, we want to thank all of our sponsors who sponsored us for this year 2024 National Transvisibility March. It is so critical that not only your dollars, but your support is so essential. That is how we thrive as a transgender army, because we do need those resources, because there is more of y'all, less of us. You get what I'm saying? The privilege and access through your sponsorship help us continue a movement of change. So I want to personally say thank you, and thank you so much. Hey there. Hey sir, how you doing? Let the world know who you are and your pronouns, and what region are you in?
Yeah, my name is Quentin Reynolds. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and pronouns he, him, his.
And your organization?
Game Changer Men.
Game Changer Men. So listen, one big question. Trans masculine visibility. We're going to be recognizing so many leaders in this Torch Award at the National Transvisibility March week. Why is it so essential for us to make sure that our trans masculine are recognized and also seen in this transgender movement?
Yeah, I think it's super important because I think, number one, visibility saves lives, right? And I think our sisters have been, on the front yards doing the movement for so long. But it's also some guys that's been behind the scenes and more so recently becoming visible and doing some great work. And I think, it takes it's strength in numbers. And so if we could just really figure out how we can partner, collaborate together, and I think we can get a lot more accomplished if we work together than separately.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And to our trans masculine community, you are part of this movement. Let me be the one to tell you, I see you. This organization recognizes you, and you're welcome at this table. Come be with us next year. But this year, we have some trans masculine that will be recognized with a torch award, and we're so excited to do that. So thank you so much for your leadership.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Well, welcome. Let the world know who you are, your pronouns, and what region are you coming from, and what's your organization?
Sure. My name is Twan McGarry. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I'm out of Dallas, Texas. And I'm with Trust the Process. I have an organization called Trust the Process Project, which basically aims to empower trans masculine men to make sure that they live their authentic lives proudly.
Listen, us Dallas in the house, even though, I'm in Alabama now. Dallas is still my home. One of the things that I know that you're so passionate about is visibility and pride, especially in the trans masculine community that also have bridged to the entire transgender community in your region. Why is visibility and pride so essential, especially in this state of emergency that we're living in where we're under attack?
Yeah, see, because we are under legislative attack, visibility is so important and it's so imperative because it saves lives. Representation saves lives. And so anytime I can step out there to bring awareness to trans masculine, trans individuals, I'm 100% all in. And because, again, visibility saves lives.
Thank you so much. Visibility does save lives, and we thank you for your leadership and the work that you continually to be faithful in doing. Welcome to our 6th annual National Trans Visibility March Torch Award. And so this is an amazing time for us to celebrate trailblazers. And I often like to ask, because everyone cannot be recognized, what's that one person in our community that has inspired you to be where you are now in your leadership?
Well, as a trans woman from Philadelphia, I aspire to be like Jackie Adams. This was an amazing trans activist, a trans pioneer who left this earth too soon, still doing the work. And she inspired me to, one, not only do the work with compassion, but also centering myself during the efforts.
So as you heard it, the work is hard, but we have to lead with compassion. And I want to thank you for your leadership and for being here this evening. You are a leader in this community.
Thank you, you as well.
Oh my goodness, y'all, let me just tell you, we just celebrated some of the most extraordinary trailblazers that you can possibly think of in this transgender and gender nonconforming movement here at the 6th annual National Transgender Visibility March Torch Award. Listen, I wish that you were in the house. If you was not, we always got next year, but I wanted to come on and just say thank you for supporting us that are part of the transgender community. This is such an important year for us, and we want to make sure that you know that we're still here and we're thriving, and with your support, if you are an ally co-conspirator, thank you so much. On behalf of our executive director, our leadership team, and the entire National Trans Visibility March, thank you so much for believing in us and seeing us as we make a difference in this world.